What's up guys, Rampage here, and today I have another UU battle for you guys on Pokemon Showdown. I'm using that same UU team that I used in my last Showdown upload with my house-made Meloetta. And my opponent, when I look at his team, the first thing that I see is the Gligar Snorlax core, and I know that that's going to be a huge annoyance to me. So I really got to take care of that ASAP. But nothing else on this team really strikes as too threatening to me. I mean, maybe the Shaman if it's offensive, but my Porygon 2 should be able to handle that to an extent, so I'm not really too worried. So without further ado, we can get started with this battle. So I'm going to lead off with my Mienshao. My opponent's going to lead off with a Snorlax. Just going to go for a U-turn first turn. That's what I pretty much always do with Mienshao, as he's going to switch out into his Gligar, I guess predicting the high jump kick, and I'm just going to U-turn out into my Nidoqueen and go for my Stealth Rocks. I didn't think he'd want to stay in, fearing the Ice Beam. And I am able to get my Stealth Rocks up as he brings out his Snorlax. I don't want to take an Earthquake from this thing, so I'm going to switch out into my Blastoise, and he is indeed going to go for the Earthquake. And seeing as though I did 38% of my Blastoise, I'm thinking that Snorlax is Bandit, and thinking that he's going to switch out into his Shaman now, I'm going to switch out into my Nidoqueen, predicting that, but it turns out he actually just goes out into his Hitmontop, so that's fine, I guess, because I know he's going to want a Rapid Spin here, and I can pretty much block that with my Chandelure, except that he has the Foresight, so he's going to be able to get my rocks, off of his side of the field. And I'm going to miss my Fire Blast, which kind of sucks because that would have did a lot to this Hitmontop. But anyway, thinking that his Snorlax is going to try and come in and trap my Chandelure, I'm going to switch out into my Nidoqueen. But I don't want to take an Earthquake from this thing, so now I'm going to switch out into my Porygon 2. And he makes a great play predicting my switch. Goes for the return, does a hell of a lot of damage to my Porygon 2. And I'm just, convinced that Snorlax is Bandit, so I'm going to switch out into my Chandelure now. And now I'm actually going to set up a sub as he also switches out into his Hitmontop. I knew that the Snorlax was coming back in, but this Snorlax, is manageable since I know that he's Bandit. I can just sub split and get off a lot of damage off on the Snorlax. So that's my game plan right here. I'm just going to keep going for subs, and then I'm going to Pain Split and deal pretty much a massive chunk of damage to that Snorlax. So that's what I'm going to keep doing as he's going to Pursuit. I'm not going to switch out knowing that he's going to Pursuit, so like I said, I've already explained my gameplay kind of. But he's going to switch out into his Rotom here, and he's going to bait me to go for the Shadow Ball, I guess, and go for the Volt Switch. I'm not going to fall for that. I'm actually going to go for the Pain Split right here, do a nice chunk to this Snorlax, and now I'm just going to Fire Blast, hoping that it's a 2-hit KO, which it is. And he's actually going to Pursuit and not take me out, which is nice for me because now I'm able to just take out the Snorlax with another Fire Blast, and yeah, that's the dead Snorlax. Unfortunately, I do lose my Chandelure in the process, so that kind of sucks. But now I'm just going to bring out my Mienshao as he's going to bring out Gligar. I'm just going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. I want to see how much it's going to do to this Gligar. And he's just going to hit me with a Toxic, I guess, predicting my U-turn again. And thinking that he's going to switch out now, I'm going to switch out into my Nidoqueen. And he is going to switch. He's going to go out into his Hitmontop, which is fine by me because now I can do a hefty chunk to this thing with the Earth Power, or I can set up my Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to go with Plan B, go for my Stealth Rocks because they do hurt his Tornadus and Rotom if those two want to come in before he gets a chance to spin. But anyway, he's out with his Shaman. He's going to hit me with a Sea Flare. That's going to do a hell of a lot of damage to me, and I'm just going to switch out into my Porygon 2, kind of as Death Water. I really don't need it too much, and I'm thinking my Nidoqueen might be useful for his Hitmontop, and his Gligar, so that's why I fought it off Porygon 2. But now I'm out with my Mienshao. I'm just going to go for a high jump kick right here. I know that his Gligar after Stealth Rocks really can't take 2 high jump kicks. He can't even take 1, so I figure high jump kick was safe. And now he's going to go into Hitmontop. He gets the Intimidate off on me. I know that he's going to go for the Rapid Spin right here, so that's why I stay in, go for the high jump kick. But I miss, so that sucks. It's not the accuracy, so of course you can't hit them all, but it kind of sucks that I missed because I take a lot of damage. But knowing that he's going to go for close combat right here, I'm just going to switch out into my Blastoise because it was kind of obvious. And predicting his switch into Shaman, I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam now. And I was hoping that it would kill, and fortunately for me, it does kill the Shaman off, so that was a good play on my part. And I don't have to worry about that threat known as Shaman anymore. And he's just going to go out into his Rotom. I'm just going to fodder off my Nidoqueen right here. I don't think it's going to be too useful now because I don't know. It's just not really looking useful against this Rotom or the Tornadus, and Hitmontop, wasn't out currently, so it just didn't look useful. But now he's going to go out into his Hitmontop as I bring in Meloetta, which is kind of risky because my Meloetta could have just went for a Psychic on this thing if I had carried it. So, yeah, that was risky. Maybe he was swattering off his Hitmontop. I don't know. But anyway, I go for the Relic Song, but I'm going to have to switch because of the Intimidate. I'm going to switch out in the Blastoise as he goes for the Close Combat, and now I'm just going to go for the Scald, hoping that I'll take him out. Unfortunately, I don't take him out, and I'm actually going to burn him, which is nice because now I'm able to live this Close Combat, and I'm in Torrent range, but I don't think Torrent range really matters too much right here. I'm just going to go for another Scald, take out the Hitmontop, and his last two guys are the Tornadus and the Rotom. So now he's going to go out into said Tornadus, and he's going to go for the Tailwind, and I'm like, no. Stop that, don't. And I'm going to go for Ice Beam. Doesn't do too much to him, and he's just going to take me out with an Acrobatics right here. So I gotta hope my Meloetta can kind of take a hit because I need to stall out these Tailwind turns, and Meloetta can take an Acrobatics, which is nice. And I'm just able to take out this Tornadus with a Relic Song. So his last guy is this Rotom Heat. He's going to be able to take out my Meloetta because, the Tailwind is up, so he's faster. But since the Tailwind dies out this turn, I can just go out to my Mienshao, go for a high jump kick, and that's going to seal me the win. So that was a pretty good game. I actually didn't think high jump kick would take Rotom out because Rotom is kind of bulky, but it looks like he was just running a offensive Rotom. I guess choice specs, I don't know. It could have been Scarf, I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be the game. Pretty good game, pretty fun, kind of close. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well, and if you did, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments, and I also want to tell you guys that I made a Twitter. Well, actually, I made my Twitter quite a while ago, but I haven't really been active on it. But I'm trying to get more active on it, so I'll leave a link to my Twitter in the description. You guys can, check that out. Follow me if you'd like. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you guys for watching. This is Rampage here, signing out. Peace.